Hi there, it's Kristen from k.becca, and today we'll be making this stylish good luck card. It's a fun example of how you can take supplies that you already have and use them in unexpected ways. The inspiration for this project came from the Scenic Safari Dynamics metal dies from My Favorite Things. I got them as a free gift with a purchase that was above a certain dollar amount, and at first I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. Then I started thinking of those charts that show all of the different layers of Earth, and also the marbling trend that's so big right now, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. First, I'm going to cut 3 pieces of cardstock to A2 size, which is 4 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches. One of the pieces is cut from plain white cardstock. One is cut from this really pretty deep teal cardstock, but you can use any color that you like. And the last piece is cut from this very cool copper glitter cardstock that I'm kind of obsessed with right now. I love the color and the fact that the glitter is very fine, and unlike some brands of glitter cardstock, this glitter is really stuck on there. I didn't notice a single piece of glitter that came off while I was working with it. I'm going to lay the teal piece of cardstock on my surface first, since it will be the bottom layer on the finished card. Then I'm going to start laying out those metal dies where I want them to be in relation to each other when I die cut them. I'm placing the bottom die maybe about 3/4 of an inch above the bottom of the piece of cardstock, because I want a little bit of the white card base to show through in the finished design, so it will form sort of a 4th layer. When the dies are placed where I want them, I'm going to tape them in place using a little bit of washi tape. I'm taping the bottom die onto the cardstock because this die will be used to cut this piece of cardstock. For the other 2 dies, I'm going to tape those on the sides, so I can easily slide in the other pieces of cardstock later. The next layer is going to be cut from the copper glitter cardstock, and I'm going to slide it underneath the top 2 dies and over the teal cardstock, which will serve as a placement guide. I'm not being too exact about this, and you'll notice that the dies slide around a little bit. If you want to be more exact with placement, you can make guides around the teal cardstock using washi tape. Okay, now I'm removing the piece of washi tape that was holding the die in place, and I'm using it to tape the die to the piece of copper cardstock. Then I'm going to repeat the process that I used with the teal and copper cardstock and slide the piece of white cardstock over top of the copper. I'll remove the copper cardstock and tape the die to the white cardstock using the piece of washi tape that was holding the die in place on the side. Again, you'll notice that the dies are sliding around a bit and the paper placement isn't exact, which isn't a big deal to me, but if you want more exact placement, you can make the washi tape guides that I suggested earlier. Once I have all of the dies taped to the cardstock, I'm going to run them through my manual die cutting machine. This step goes really quickly. You'll just need to be careful not to bump the dies or get them caught on the machine as you run them through. Ask me how I know. After the cardstock layers are cut, it's time to start assembling the card. I have an A2 top folding card base that I cut from white cardstock, and this is just a piece of 8 1/2 by 11 inch cardstock that is cut in half vertically and folded in the center. I'm going to use a double-sided adhesive runner to adhere each of the layers to the card base, starting with the teal layer. Placement is quick and easy. You just line each layer up along the top of the card base and you're good to go. If for whatever reason any of the layers doesn't line up perfectly, you can trim off any overhang using either scissors or a paper trimmer. For the final touch, I'm going to cut out a good luck sentiment, which you can purchase from k.becca.com or over in my silhouette shop. I'll include those links below. Up until now, I had been using liquid glue to attach these types of die cuts to my projects, which is totally fine, but for this card I used the Silhouette double-sided adhesive sheets to completely cover the back of the die cut with adhesive. The adhesive sheets have a white side and a yellow side. I cut the sheet to a smaller size, and then I'm removing the white side of the sheet to uncover the adhesive. I'm pressing the sheet, adhesive side down, over the back of the piece of cardstock. I'm using the copper glitter cardstock here for the sentiment. I noticed that when I used a regular Silhouette cutting mat for die cutting this piece, the backing paper for the adhesive sheet really stuck to the mat, even if the mat was well used and not as sticky as a new mat. I mean, it really stuck to the mat and was hard to remove. So I tried one of the Silhouette light hold mats, and I taped the cardstock to the mat using washi tape. You'll want to tape it on at least 3 sides, or it may start to slide around as it's being cut. Using this method worked so much better. The adhesive backing paper still sometimes sticks to the surface of the mat, but when it does, it's very easy to remove. I was worried about how the Cameo was going to handle cutting through this thickness, but I was really impressed with the results. I used a blade depth of 8, a speed of 2, and triple cut it. When I first tested this method, my blade was brand new and still pretty sharp, so I was able to cut clean through the backing paper with a double cut. But I noticed as my blade dulled a bit that I needed to do a double cut and then another single cut in order to cut clean through the backer paper. A double cut with a dollar blade still cuts through the glitter cardstock and the adhesive paper, but it didn't cut the backer paper cleanly. Once my good luck sentiment is cut, I'll weed out all of the interiors of the letters, which takes a couple of minutes, and then I'll remove the backer paper and we'll center the sentiment toward the top of the card and press it in place to attach it. After that, the card is finished. You can find a full list of supplies used in this project in the description area below, or in the area below the video if you're watching this on k.becca.com. If you enjoyed this project and would like to see more videos like this one, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll tune in again next time.